All right, what's up, guys? It is Monday. It's Monday afternoon, so I got mixed feelings here. It's supposed to be a great week for me. Getting married at the end of the week, so that's great news. A million things going on, but I cannot get on the right side of these games. So, for the relevancy of this podcast and my business, it has not been good lately. It just has not. So, where to start from yesterday? I'm gonna go through all the games. I'll start with last night with the Bucks and the Cowboys. Just didn't deserve to win the game. So yeah, they fumbled at the end. Maybe they would have gone down and gotten the field goal to win. Who knows? But Bucks just didn't play good enough. Just didn't. Cowboys and they had the Justin Tucker secret weapon where you can kick 60-yard field goals easily, and you game plan accordingly. Cowboys were good enough to win. Really frustrated about that game. Losing the 4 point or 3.5, whatever I gave, is one thing, but now Tampa's got an uphill battle for the NFC South to make the playoffs. So they got to finish a game above the Falcons for the tiebreaker because Falcons beat them twice. Falcons are playing Washington this week, and then they finish, I think, with Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. And Tampa gets Carolina and the Saints at home. So Falcons at Washington this week on Sunday Night Football is really important. That's a big game. And yeah, Seattle. Oh man, Seattle end up splitting, the bets because they lost the money line and then, well, not splitting, just going 0-1, and then splitting the other one. But yeah, need Seattle to make the playoffs, and now they can only make the playoffs if they win out, and they're going to need, they played the Rams last week. They get the Bears on Thursday night, but now they're going to need the Rams to lose to the Cardinals this week, and or most likely they're not going to make the playoffs. There's a lot of things that can happen that would give Seattle the tiebreaker over the Rams, but most likely the Rams are going to have the tiebreaker. So right now the Rams are up a game on Seattle, and Seattle would need to win out, like I said, but they play the Rams last week, so that's fine. They get the Bears this week on Thursday, but they need the Rams to lose to the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are eliminated. So I don't know what the motivation is for the Cardinals because they found a way to lose in overtime and gave up 36 points to the Panthers. I knew the Panthers were going to win that game as soon as I didn't bet it. Could almost guarantee it. Panthers win. Bryce Young outplays Kyler Murray. Didn't watch the entire game, but saw the end of it. Just bad, just really, really, really bad loss for the Cardinals. So I know that was a 1 o'clock game as I'm going backwards here, but sticking in the NFC West. Yeah, so the Rams and the Seahawks will have a chance to win the division. The Cardinals will not have a chance to win the division, and neither will the Niners. Niners with nothing to play for and going to Miami is not a great recipe, so they played like it. And the Dolphins kicked their ass. The Niners, I don't know if they're going to rebuild. That could be a conversation for another day because they're not relevant down the stretch. That was the one thing I did say before the season. I think the Niners were going to make the playoffs. Um, just the year from hell for San Francisco. A lot of decisions to make. The Dolphins are still alive. Get to them in a second. Dolphins are alive, barely, but they are alive. So, all right, that's pretty much. Gosh, still frustrated about the Seahawks game yesterday. Seattle's playing the Vikings. I want to talk about it for a minute because they had the Vikings. They really did. They came back, and Geno got the touchdown to put them up 24-20. And you see this so many times. The Broncos did against the Chargers. The other night, you always focus on the ones when you lose, but it does happen very often where a defense, getting a face mask or a personal foul after you make a great play on defense is so deflating. And that's what happened in that Seahawks Vikings game. Right before Darnold hit Jefferson for the millionth time, it would have been third and like 17. They had him all the way backed up. They get a sack, but maybe even third and 19. It was anyway, but the guy gets personal foul face mask as he tackles the quarterback. And yeah, Darnold steps up and makes a throw against Justin Jefferson that I feel like just got him. If you weren't sure he was getting paid at the end of the year, that throw got him paid. That was a money throw. It was a winning throw. It gives the Vikings a chance to win the division now. The Vikings are going to play the Lions the last week of the season. So the Vikings are alive to get the 1 seed. You got to give credit to the Vikings. They win that game coming back. Uh, Vikings who won the Super Bowl. Like after watching that game, I watched pretty much every play of that Vikings Seahawks game, and I just came away thinking, man, the Vikings just they are so annoying to play against. They keep doing the right thing. They're in the right spot. Very well coached. So, excuse me, I really came away impressed with the Vikings. Other action of relevance, because the Raiders Jags game was not very relevant. Raiders win. I don't know if that's good or bad. If you're a Raiders fan or if you bet on that game, I guess the under was the right play. It was at 19-14. So the Bills Patriots game was interesting. I think good sign for Buffalo to play like crap, still win the game. Defense wins the game for them. Lots of defensive plays, and not really a big deal to have a shitty game like that. Excuse me, as long as you win, like that's how I would feel if I was Buffalo. Drake May, really good. Really, really, really good. I said it before. Wish I would have taken the Patriots yesterday. Just didn't have the guts to do it. But thought it was too many points. Bills are playing, really, really well. But at the same time, they've been playing these high profile games. It wasn't a shocker that they, didn't play great. I think it's just a great sign that they won defensively. So Bills win. They still have a chance to get the 1 seed. They just need the Chiefs here to lose 2 games, which I don't know. Chiefs are going to play Steelers and then the Broncos, so we'll see. And I'm pretty sure that was it for the 4 o'clock games. Yeah, the Falcons Giants. Giants are an absolute train wreck. I don't know if it means anything that the Falcons won. That Falcons Commanders game on Sunday, like I said, that will tell the story there for the Falcons season. The one game I did get right was the Bengals Browns. That game went under. Bengals suffocated them on defense. Good sign for Cincinnati. So basically, the Bengals are alive, the Dolphins are alive, and the Colts are alive. So the Colts beat the Titans. The Colts. Once you figure out the Colts, let me know. They win 38-30. They get to play the Giants next week, so presumably they should win. The Bengals get the Broncos. Bengals win that game, and then the Broncos lose to the Chiefs, and the Bengals win their last game against Pittsburgh. Bengals are most likely going to sneak in there. The Dolphins could still get in. Colts could still get in. A lot of things need to happen. Chargers and the Broncos could both clinch on Saturday because the Chargers play the Patriots and the Broncos play the Bengals. So those games are on Saturday. Um, I would assume at least one of them loses. That would be the way the NFL usually works, but we shall find out. Let's see what else. The Commanders. That's probably the most, I guess, consequential game of the day yesterday, as the Eagles find themselves out of the 1 seed pretty much as they lose to Washington in a game. They lose not only the game, but they lose Jalen Hurts to a concussion. The Eagles are a really average team without Jalen Hurts, man. I think the broadcaster said it really well. The Eagles basically operate in 1st and 7, 1st and 8, every single down, because as soon as they get the 4th and 1, 4th and 2, it's an automatic first down basically for them. So without him, definitely different to game plan against Barkley and company, which is why he's not the MVP. Lamar's the MVP, but whatever, we'll do that another day. But the Commanders win. They are not in the playoffs, but they're damn close to being in the playoffs. They control their own destiny, along with, excuse me, deep breath, Ryan, along with the Packers, as the Packers play the Saints tonight. So most likely it'll be the Eagles, the Commanders, the Vikings, the Lions, the Packers, and the Rams, and then either the Bucks or the Falcons. So that's how the NFC is shaping up. Still an outside shot that the Commanders, screw it up and allow the Bucks and the Falcons, or the Bucks, Falcons, Seahawks, Rams, 2 of those 4 to get in, but a lot needs to happen. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The Packers clinch tonight with a win. Again, if they lose, they still probably get in, but a lot just easier for them just to win tonight. Really big favorites against the Saints. I know it's gonna be freezing. I know the Saints, don't have anything to play for. Still, it's a ton of points. Monday Night Football, so I'll find a few props. God help me be on the right side of these games tonight to get the week off to a good start. And yeah, Lions cruised over the Bears. I know I glossed over gloss over that. That was a really good win for them. So the Lions and the Vikings competing for the 1 seed. That should be, uh, I guess, dictate really is the favorite to go to the NFC. As much as it sounds funny to say the Vikings would be the favorite, if they're the 1 seed, I mean, really, I think they are the favorite. And the Lions, they have all these injuries, but if they're the 1 seed, I think they're the favorite also. So we shall see. In the AFC, the Chiefs, all the relevant teams pretty much played on Saturday, and then they'll play again on Christmas. So I'll talk about that Christmas morning. Do a pod tomorrow with J Mart, and then yeah, we'll see how the rest of the week shakes out. And yeah, I think that is that. So all right, I appreciate everybody. I really do. I hope everybody has a good holiday. I shall be here in the morning. Good luck tonight. Hopefully, you guys had a better week than I did. Yeah, that's no excuses. Just got to be. I know I'm going to be better down the stretch here. I know I should have taken UTSA the bowl game today because they were 10-point favorites at the home stadium of Coastal Carolina, so that was a red flag. But no more bowl games for me unless I love something here. I got to be talked into something because, man, every time I touch one of these college football games, it just Tennessee was so bad that night. I don't know why I'm ending the pod on that, but it's still bothering me. So anyway, all right, take care, guys. I'll see you in the morning.